Alright, so today we're sealing some cork. Usually I wait a couple months or so to do this because I like the character that a cork rod will develop when you don't seal it and use the shit out of it. So I've got a couple Dobbins rods here that I'll be doing. I already did this one. It dries really quickly, actually, this cork seal. Regular brush. I found that spinning this works, and then just brushing long ways, brush out the excess, and it goes pretty quickly. I've got two more Dobbins rods coming. I'll probably just seal those right off the rip instead of waiting like I did for these. That one right there is my 7/6 crankbait rod. This one right here is my basically my frogging rod, flipping rod. It's a medium heavy 7/3, one of the best rods I've ever actually had. Probably my favorite rod. As you can see, this one I rode on for about a year and a half, and I'm just now sealing it, but I really like the look of it when that happens. I've got these are the Champion XP series. I've got the an HP and another spinning Champion coming, and I'll just press, like I said, seal both right off the rip. So again, I'm just dipping the brush, and then you brush out the excess. I like the fine toothbrush because I can get really up next to this metal ring. And you just brush out the excess. But as I was saying, I really like the character that these rods have developed. I really like cork rods. I've tried to make the switch. I'm slowly doing it with certain rods just because I'm a total tackle and gear junkie. That, I mean, I just buy stuff all the damn time. You know, it's my affliction. But I really, even though they're claiming that the other rods are sensitive, I mean, sometimes I can't even imagine a more sensitive rod than some of these Dobbins rods. And I haven't even tried the HP series. And like I said, I should be having that in the next week or so. Can't wait for that. But I've been really impressed with the Dobbins rods. I've owned G Loomis, a couple other brands. Like I said, I kind of shy away from any of the composites. I just do not like the feel of them personally. I know that they're sometimes they claim to have increased sensitivity, but sometimes I almost think a rod can be too sensitive. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but when you're dragging something along the bottom and you're hook setting every miniature rock because you think you got a bite, I mean, you're not doing yourselves any favor. So any of these pits, I'm kind of putting a little extra in and then brushing it out. Just want to make sure I got a nice even coat on. Like I said, since this cork is pitted a little bit, it'll take a little bit more to soak in, but that's totally fine. And then this top edge, I just kind of rotate and hold that fine line. This stuff actually dries super quick, which is nice. And then I use a glove where I'm touching. I'm not sure that I even have to, just why not? my goal here is just to make sure I get a nice even coat. Any of these deeper pits, I'm kind of making sure I get in there. The edge where the metal rings are, I'm making sure I definitely get that top edge so no rainwater leaks in or just regular water from being out on the water. But yeah, I think one of the main reasons I've held off on so long is because I fish almost every day, and doing this, like I said, these are some of my favorite rods, and doing this requires you to not touch them for 24 hours. So that's probably why I haven't done it, because I fish almost every day. But I've got a birthday today. I'll be fishing by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. It's now like 5 o'clock in the morning. So that'll give me my 24 hours. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. Make sure there's no excess anywhere seeping out. Yep, alright. And then I just kind of prop them up so the cork's not touching nothing. Yep, perfect. One more. Again, before I do this, especially if you've used your rods, I clean them. And honestly, one of the best ways to clean them, I know a lot of people talk about it, baby wipes. Baby wipes seem to work extremely well. If you use your rods as much as I have, and they're a little pitted like these are, it may grab some of the threads, but then you kind of just wait for it to dry and run your hands over it and pull the threads off. It's not a huge deal. Like I said, I just want to make sure I get up here where there's any kind of seam pretty well. And brush it out. And then in kind of these little pits, just make an extra little dab in there. I'm using the U40 cork seal. Honestly, it's one of the only ones I've found. It's what everyone talks about, so that's what we're using. Again, like I said, I'll do the other two right off the rip and kind of see how long they last before they get any character. But I actually really do like the look of these 3 rods here. And that might just be a personal preference. Again, we want to get around those metal rings pretty well. Solid seal. It's a little bit much. And there's no reason for a second coat because it just won't absorb it. So do your first coat pretty well, brush out the excess, and that's about it.